Hello, my YouTube friends. Today's card is this one. It is a super cute card using the Leaves of Holly bundle from the Boughs of Holly Suite by Stampin' Up. I'm Sarah McGuire from SassyPaperCrafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and if you want to see how to make this card, please keep watching. So for the card we're making today, we're using the Boughs of Holly Suite in the July to December mini catalog. There are some great samples in this catalog. So if you don't ever even buy anything out of this catalog, I would get one just to get the ideas. If you don't have this catalog, click the link in the description of this video. I will be happy to send you one out. I have a few left. So this suite, the thing about suites is that's really neat is for one item number and one price, you can get everything in the entire suite. So it's pretty cool. So in this suite has the Leaves of Holly bundle, which is the Leaves of Holly stamp set, the Holly Berry dies. It also has the natural woven ribbon, the textural elements, which are these really cool wood elements. I used them in my VIP live in the Sassy Paper Crafters VIP group yesterday. They color nicely. They're just beautiful. And then the Boughs of Holly 12 by 12 designer series paper, which we're going to be using on our card today. So our card is pretty simple. We're using a couple of pieces from the dies, and then also some ribbon. It's not the exact one that's in the suite, but it's still cute. So let's get into making this card. So the first thing we're going to do is a little bit of die cutting. I have the Holly Berry dies here. These are so beautiful. So I'm going to need the larger detailed die. These are outline dies. These are details. I'm going to need that one. And I'm also going to need the larger of the sprig. So I'm going to get that out. And then I have a scrap here of Very Vanilla. We're going to use this die and we're going to run it through twice to get our leaves. So now that we have our leaves, I'm going to push this back through the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I just have a piece of Evening Evergreen here, and I'm going to put the sprigs on. And I'll also show you how to get the insides of those out here in a minute. We're going to do the same thing we did with the leaves, and we're just going to run this through twice to get 2 sprigs. Now that we have our sprigs, we have one more little piece of die cutting to do. I have another piece of Very Vanilla, and I'm going to be using the rectangle, stitched rectangles dies. I already have this one here. It's the fourth smallest one, and we're just going to cut out a rectangle. Now that we have all our pieces cut out, I'm going to take the die brush end for my take your pick tool, and I think I might have to put it in the putty end. I do. And we're going to put it in here, and I'm going to show you an easy way to get these little pieces out of your intricate dies. So just rubbing that along, and sometimes they poke out really easy, sometimes it takes a minute. And if you have really small ones like here, I don't have my other paper piercer, but we're going to pop them out with the paper piercer. You can do this too instead of the die brush end. And all that die brush is doing is just kind of loosening them up. I think I had some pieces stuck in there, so that's why I didn't get such a clean cut. The second one here should be a lot easier. Okay, so I'm going to run that over that one. And yeah, these ones pop out. This was the first one I cut clearly because those pop out so much easier. So there are our leaves. I'm just going to scoop some of these up. And then I'm going to grab my Very Vanilla card base. This is thick Very Vanilla. I like the thick better for card bases. So there's thick basic white and thick Very Vanilla. Just going to burnish that edge with a bone folder. This is cut at 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. Then I have a piece of regular Very Vanilla that is 5 1/4 by 4, and a piece of the Boughs of Holly Designer Series paper that is 5 by 3 3/4. And it's going to go just like that. So I'm going to put those together, grab my Stampin' Seal if I can grab it. There it is. Looks like I'm almost out. Put a little bit of adhesive on there. And then put this on our card base. And then for the inside, I wanted it to be a little bit brighter on the inside. So I just have a piece of basic white that is 5 1/4 by 4. And yep, I ran out of that one. I have another one here. See if this one will run out too. And this is just going to go on our inside. So then before we put our rectangle on, we're going to do a little bit of stamping with the Leaves of Holly dies. I use Season's Greetings for our sample card. I'm going to use Christmas Wishes for this one. And I'm going to grab an H block and my Evening Evergreen ink. And I'm just going to ink that up and go right towards the bottom. I am lining this up with my grid paper just so I can get it as straight as possible. And that might be a little bit big. It is. I'm going to use a different sentiment because that is a little large and it might go off the end. So I think I will use From Our Home to Yours. I like that. And that one's much smaller and will fit on there nicely. So again, inking that up. There. Perfect. And that is it for stamping, unless you wanted to do something where you decorate the inside maybe, or we could even put Christmas wishes on the inside. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to do this one. So then I have some mini glue dots here. And I'm just going to take my paper piercer. You can take the tip of your scissors. I'm going to grab a glue dot and stick it right up in that corner. Grab one of our leaves. Then I'm going to take another glue dot. Go there. And you could also take one, if you don't like how these are sticking up, and put it just where it's hidden there to stick it down, or you could use liquid glue, whatever you have. I don't like liquid glue for this just because I don't quite know where I want to stick the things down, so that's the only reason I don't use that. We need one more glue dot. I'm going to put it in the center there and take our sprigs, one going that way, one going that way. And then I want to show you this really cool technique I learned. I saw it on YouTube. So I just have a regular old fork here and a piece of the Evening Evergreen Open Weave ribbon. And I'm going to make a bow. And this seems to me a lot easier. So what you're going to do is you're just going to wrap it around the fork. You have almost like a V shape here. You're going to take this end, go up and over, go through the middle part of the fork, pull, and bring it up through the middle and tie those ends together. My fingers sometimes, this is a little bit of a short piece. I should have done a longer piece, but my fingers, I have a hard time with them making bows and tying things and getting them to work. So this technique is totally a game changer. I'm just going to pull and kind of straighten out those ends. And then you take it off of the fork and you have a cute little bow. So I'm going to take my paper snips and I'm just going to try to clean up those ends a little bit, because I kind of frayed them, which if that's the look you're going for, great. I'm not really. I'm just going to trim them up a little. There, that looks good. I'm going to get some of these ends out of here so I don't accidentally glue them to my card. And then we're going to take one more glue dot and put it right over our sprig ends there. And then put our bow on top. And now I can take some Stampin' Dimensionals and put them on the back of our rectangle. So I think I'm going to do about 5. One in the middle. Take the backing off. And then just put that right in the middle. But wait, there's more. So I'm going to take the 2021 to 2023 in color opal rounds in evening evergreen here. I am out of polished pink. I must like that. And take one. I don't know. I want to put it on the bow, but I don't. So I'm going to put it down here. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just going to scatter them around. I put one on the other bow, but I had more space. I don't want to crowd this up, so put them where you see fit. Put one there. There. And now that is our card. So if you see here, I put one up here, but it kind of gets hidden. So I kind of like it better that they're there. But that is today's project. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more from me, please subscribe to my channel. I post new videos on YouTube here every Monday. I hope you have a wonderful week. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.